Husson University students pushing through finals week were encouraged to take an art break today. The Husson Artwalk event showcased work created by students representing various fine art classes throughout the semester. The semester's art walk took place across multiple venues, including the newly opened Peabody Makerspace. Husson faculty say the artwork not only helps students relax during the stressful week, but also allows students to showcase their art as a way to take steps forward toward potential career opportunities.
We really want to highlight all students and give them an opportunity to celebrate their work. Also just have a day as part of our finals week where people can take a break.
It mostly helps in terms of getting that public visibility. That way, not just students, but I feel like students' parents and people that are from around here get to see some of my art.
Husson instructors also selected student works to be showcased inside the Robert E. White Art Gallery on campus.